Greetings everybody, this is Sabin Dimitrov coming to you with another fun little video, and I wanted to show you guys a winning streak that I actually was able to accomplish against a lot of people. This is the most I have won in a very long time, and I was actually able to capture this planet for my team. And as you guys can see, my Rogers is here, and so is my Orochi. And then my other two teammates came in and helped me secure the planet. So I'm very, very happy that we were able to make that good progress. Now, when you are attacking people in Starsea Conquest, this is going. You attack from this guy here, the plasma, and you work your way to the right. So, but the thing is that it's kind of opposite when you attack enemy players. You see these little arrows right here? You attack this front row first, and then you attack this back row. So you attack the garrison first, and then you come around and go for these other guys, like this Stella or this other Stella. And I can definitely win against this one, but this one might be a little bit of a problem, because it's a pretty substantially sized commander. And you guys see this little emblem right here? Oh, go away. Piss off. There we go. You see this little emblem right here on the left. This is a trophy. And if you hit this little trophy, you can see your individual ranking. And that winning spree pushed me from 208 to 125, which is really, really good. And as you guys can see at the bottom of the screen, it's my name in green and my server and what number I am. And I'm 2305, server 1265, and that's Chefe. And as you guys can see, I have 1,410 points. And this little thing right here is what the rewards you get. So if you click on that, you can see what you can get if you get to a high enough level. And if you click on season, you can see I'm 178 for the entire season, which is pretty darn good considering that there's a lot of people playing this. Then this little function right here is a chat section. Although I don't really ever use these because nobody ever talks on this, and I don't know. But here's something funny. I have 1,301,002 supply. And I believe what actually happened when that one person attacked me, I think his supply must have actually been depleted, which was why he was deported back to his own home realm. So up here we have the Starsea Conquest with a little question mark next to it. So if we hit that, this entire thing will show you how the Starsea Conquest works. So if you guys want to pause the video and take a little read about how this works, this will be able to explain the information to you. And I must say, this is one of the most comprehensive pages of the game that I've seen. That's so what's the term? That's so well put together. Usually they only have very brief description, so that's actually kind of nice that they have all the information. And I haven't exactly read through all of it yet, but yeah, so if you guys want to, you can. But yeah, you can pick a total of your top 5 commanders, which is normal, and there's 2 options. You can hit so when they are back at the homeworld, and the homeworld will auto-generate supplies for you, so you can get these guys back to 1,000. But when this little option right here is not here, you can hit recall or deploy, depending on what that option is. And the deploy option will allow you to pick equipment, your soldier type, and what you want for your commanders. And as you guys can see, I have all 5 commanders. 2 of them are en route. Was it 3 of them? 3 of them are en route to this planet to help me fortify it. Because it would be kind of foolhardy to go after this with that big boy around, with that big Stella there. So if I click on this freaking planet, hold on a second, something's going on. Give me a second. Now let's go back to this. Sorry guys, my apologies. There we go. Now we can go see what's going on with that. So if we go up to here, we can see what we are going to be fighting against. Now unfortunately, because there are 42 commanders, that means I'm most likely going to finally lose my... Ooh, yep. You guys see this? This Dragon Slayer is massive, so that's not going to work out for me. So you always want to take a quick little sneak peek over your over the different planets that are around you. Now, if I go over here and click this, oh, we can actually attack this one. There's sometimes what happens sometimes is that if you go, hold on a second. Okay, sorry. So what happens is that if your planet you are trying to attack is not the planet next to you, it says you cannot march near the target, unable to reach. Sorry. No, okay. So our faction's planets are not next to any of these planets, so we can't attack these. So we can only attack this one. We can only attack this one. Oh, we can't even attack this one because we haven't taken this one over. My apologies, guys. You guys see this little option, this little time left thing? When the countdown is less than 1 hour and after the defender has changed, the timer will reset to 1 hour. So what happens is that when this finally goes down to 0, that means this will be our planet. My apologies, guys. I'm still trying to catch up on all the stuff of the game. But yeah, it's actually kind of cool. And then if you go down to the bottom right of the screen, there's a little thing called it's a little shop. And so all factions recognize the Conquest medal and can be obtained in Starsea Conquest. Okay. So these little medals you get right here, these are suckers you can get every week. It's once a week, and that depends on how high you are placed in the event. The Conquest medal, able to exchange super value items in Starsea Conquest shop. Now for me, I used to do these all the time, but then I realized I have all the stuff for the dim light, but I just don't have the blueprint. The problem with the blueprints, they are extremely expensive, and you have to get 100 of these. These are 60 each, and I only get 40 medals every week. So this is going to take almost 18 months for me to actually get a dim light. And at that time, the developers are probably going to be adding more stuff, which might even antiquate, I think is the term, the dim light. But so far, the dim light is actually a really good piece of equipment for a penetration commander or someone you need to hit hard and hit fast. And don't even get me started on these. 600. So 600, 12, 48, let's see, 15, 30, 45, yeah. This will take me 15 weeks, if I remember right, to get 600. And I already have these, actually, surprisingly. But yeah, like you can get optional awakening medals, which you can get the so these are special, like purple ones, and I'll show you this in a second. So you can receive the Flower of Life, which is a infantry green flower, which will allow you to upgrade your more advanced commanders and awaken them. And then you can do Trilliated Ice, which is a walker material, and you can upgrade your more advanced walker commanders. Or the Gaussian Alloy. And that Gaussian Alloy is for people like Orochi or Dragon Slayer or commanders like that. and then you can get a magazine rack. But in all honesty, that's really not worth your while. If you really want your medals to go the farthest, try getting one of these. I recommend the dim light since that's an actual weapon, and you can more offset the stuff for the barbarian. Barbarian blood is kind of awkward. But if you already have all your weapons, then you can probably go for the 30-day speed up. That it does seem a little expensive, and in all honesty, these just don't seem worth the value to me personally. Now they may be the value to you, but you know. And then this, you can get this from the time space event, so I wouldn't ever waste my points on that because it's, you know, you can get about 100 of these each day. And it's just, you know, not worth your money on that one. These two, you don't really have to do anything for this one, but for these will help your AI be able to upgrade each level and to be able to help develop them. And the feature chips, like I showed you guys before, I have like a bajillion of them, so it's not really worth it. So really, the only thing that would actually really kind of be worth it, since I'm trying to awaken more commanders, is maybe this, or get this weapon first. But really, that's about it. So then you see this little thing right here. This will actually take you to your planet. As such, this is our galaxy. And right now we are actually the Rudolph Empire. There's 4 empires, if I remember right. There's a Rudolph Empire. There's the Venier Empire. Whoop. Yeah, the Venier Empire. The Furson Federation. There we go. And then, last but not least, we have the Smir Empire. The Smir. I don't know. It's a funny name to me. It's kind of dumb, but it's a funny name to me. So I think it's, you know, silly. Just so you know, the bigger planets give you more stuff than the smaller planets. Bigger planets are kind of the extra yum-yums you get. But yeah, so pretty much the Starsea Conquest is supposed to last, quote, 15 days at minimum, but sometimes I've seen this go for months, like months on end, of empires slugging it out to each other and trying to see who can win. But like I wanted to show you guys at the beginning of the video, but I wanted to do like a quick little walkthrough. I wanted to show. Oh my gosh! I wanted to show you guys my wins. So this first battle, they are using these against me, and I win. I think those are these things are called the Lords or the Dragons. I think the Lords are the blue ones. Oh gee, that hurt. I don't exactly know why people use smaller tier soldiers. You can use any kind of soldier you want in the game, but maybe they're doing this to test each other out. But in all honesty, for me personally, I think use the best kind of soldier that fits your purpose. And for my Rogers, this is the best way to go. Use a Cyan Shuttle, even though I haven't unlocked it, and then use the Oop, I already did this one. And then use the Origin in the back for damage, with the Terror Space because it's a health point oriented build. But yeah, so, you know, he's trying to hit me, but it ain't working. It's kind of cute, but you know, it just ain't working for him. But yeah, so it's actually it's kind of fun being able to actually go on a winning spree. And you know, like I said before, this actually allowed me to, you know, be able to contribute to my team, and it made me happy being able to, you know, do this well. And as you guys can see, my Rogers really kicked butt. Now I know these are small marches, and you don't see a lot of big Rogers out there, but it felt really nice being able to actually slug it out with enemy commanders and kind of actually be able to win. Now, unfortunately, these are kind of easy victories just because the wins are that small, but it's still fun being able to, you know, win. But I kind of wish that these were more substantial battles. Like, you know, remember that like one battle I showed you guys that took like a million turns and took like 5 to 6 minutes to complete? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's 10 victories. And that means my Rogers well, he's already there. Oh, I see. My Rogers actually defended us, so I can increase that supply again. But yeah, so yeah, we have my first 2 commanders in here, and then we have these. So I wanted to also show you guys something new that that the very nice person told me about. So after doing some tests against reinhardened builds with my guild, it has been agreed that the quick replenish ability should actually be switched out with Eastwood's natural force. And like I said, so the reason why, whoopsies, the reason why, which I'm going to show you guys. Airship 22% because my arc hole, chance to trigger before the action. Until the activator's next action, the activator is in a state of quick replenish. Every time damage is received, 14% of health points will be recovered. And you know, that seems good, right? That seems like a great ability. But, like, I think it's Sora, if I remember right. Like that really nice comment said, where is it? Eastwood's natural force ability is actually something special. 44% chance to trigger before next action. Until the activator's next action, they are in a natural force state, and every time they are dealt damage, they recover 1% health points of damage dealt. So this is literally quick replenish, but cheaper, and also easier to get, but also more effective. So this is pretty much the same thing. So for Orochi, not only am I going to have Menderbot, not only am I going to have corrosive armor, but I'm also going to have quick replenish. And because this is going to be a health point oriented build, this means this build that I'm trying to make for Orochi is going to be extremely effective, because if you have a wicked amount of health points, this amount of quick replenish or natural force, which is going to be replacing quick replenish, is going to be invaluable in the sense of actually being able to be useful. And that means he's going to not only be able to heal up with the Menderbots at the end of each round and every 6 rounds, but this is also going to be healing my airships in between that, making him even more effective. And then on top of that, if I do get the Cyan Shuttle for this guy as well, this means he's going to be able to heal 3 times. Not only is the Cyan Shuttle going to have that passive ability of being able to heal depending on how much dodge you have, but it's going to be healing by the natural force and the Menderbot. So this Orochi is going to be one of the most annoying people to use. Now, I've tried using Menderbot on Rogers, but that doesn't really defend him from the higher hitting people, and unfortunately he gets cut through pretty quickly. So that's why I had to switch to the absolute defense, because since this is passive, this won't be able to be cleared by anyone or anything, and they're always going to have to deal with this. That's why passive skills are often the best, because no matter what you do, you can't clear that. And yeah. But yeah, so it's I wanna, since I'm gonna be dual wielding a lot of defense commanders, two of them, I think I'm gonna be taking out Dragon Slayer's 50k leadership and quickly shunting it over to Orochi, because I don't use Dragon Slayer nearly enough, and that is just empty, useful leadership just kind of sitting there. I mean, she's great for like smaller defenses, but the reason why I personally don't use her is because you have to sacrifice a lot of attack for penetration, because she doesn't have breakdown, which or abilities to cut through defensive buffs, and that's a key thing that kind of allows commanders to really take a hit. And as you guys can see, for Dragon Slayer, her max attack really is only 483%. Now she has 70% penetration, which is pretty darn good. You know, that's 70% penetration. But compared to Vega's, breakdown, which is 120% penetration, or defense buff being ignored, I would rather just use a slightly lesser version of Shockwave, but have, substantially more attack, because I have almost 1,000% a total attack on top of the airship attack. And yeah, as you guys can see, these are all attack gems. I don't have to go for anything else. It's just attack, attack, attack. Everything, just kill everything. And like it is. With this, I can do the Power Scorpio with the Laia Gemini and the Cephas Majesty, because it's just critical weather. I'm trying to get Cephas Majesty I want to get this completed, because that way when I fight against more enemy commanders, I can do that. Now, what I've been thinking about is actually doing Light of Libra instead of Cephas Majesty, because that will allow me to counter all attacks, even if they miss me. And a lot of people in the higher tier attacks do one slot busts, which is so what they do is that they do. So imagine this is slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4, slot 5, slot 6. So they usually only do one slot. And for me, for Rogers, your best bet is using the Ether de Jin, which I've told you guys before. And a lot of people want to chew through you with their other slot busting way to go. So I think I might be taking Cephas Majesty out from Vega and switching it over to Light of Libra. And the reason is because Light of Libra will be able to let Rogers really wall up the enemy. Oops, gee, what occurs? Shoot, give me a quick second, guys. Give me a quick second. Save. Okay. But yeah, so it's just, this was some valuable insight that I have received, and that makes me very, very happy. Oh, and look at that, we actually got... Aha! Like it is. I won this one, so I want to show you guys this as well, because it's kind of fun to be able to show you guys my achievements and kind of the new stuff that I'm learning in the game. My guild is going through a lot of stuff right now, and we have to do a lot of changing, because we have a hidden enemy that is rearing its ugly head, DGS. And unfortunately, they are threatening to take over our server, and unfortunately, if we don't get more coordinated and figure out to fight smarter, this means we're going to, be doing a lot worse. And if they take over Centizen, which is the center of the map on our world, our server, that means they are going to have server control, and that means if they take over our server, we are going to be suffering far beyond what we can imagine. Our server is kind of an easygoing and happy server, so having to deal with an enemy that wants to open up the server and really bring in a lot of trouble. That's something we do not want. So I'm going to be showing you guys, you know, what I'm going against. Now, all of these are really small marches except the Dragon Slayer. So, unfortunately, this is just going to be kind of like a clean sweep. But, yeah, like I said, Wings of Eternity, if you run that enough, that will be effective. And, you know, if this was, you know, using resources, I would not be in the win for this. But like it is, my Shockwave came through and cleared her out. Yeah, still painful Shockwave. But like it is, my Shockwave came through and it cut her down by 200 soldiers. And, but yeah, so it's actually kind of fun being able to use Shockwave against Dragon Slayer and it not being Dragon Slayer. Most people do not run ability Shockwave on Vega. And that's, my gosh, we just did a lot of abilities. But yeah, as you guys can see, it takes people by surprise a lot in my game. In the game. Hold on a second. Okay, so I won against this guy. Okay. This guy has a small march, and a fairly substantially sized march. And if I remember right, if you guys see this on a high-level commander, it most likely means they are running a Wings of Eternity. And because Wings of Eternity is a, like I told you guys before, is a infantry skill. And since Tier 11 airships run infantry, can run infantry skills, you can actually make some devastating combinations with them. So I'm going to show you guys how I won against that. Because in all honesty, I haven't watched all these myself. That was quite simple and easy. Oh gee, that hurt. Oh, whoopsies. See, Wings of Eternity, I called it. And that cleared me out. That was horrible. But as you guys can see, my Rogers, though substantially smaller than her, like half her size, if not more than half, you guys can see that I, with my health point build and with my front soldiers, am able to protect these back soldiers, my damage dealers, the Origins, from her heavy attacks. And these guys can actually soak up a lot of damage. And as you guys can see, these Origins can do that damage. So even though she's doing a lot of, you know, trying to do a lot of damage to me, I can heal my front row, because every time she misses, I still heal. Oh. Yeah, you see? And, you know, she's not doing any damage to me, which is great, because my Rogers keeps upgrading his, keeps recycling his defensive stance. So, and I just got a strong shield, and that defends me a lot using the health points of my build. So a lot of my stuff is synergetic to health points. And even though she is substantially larger than me, and she still has almost all of her soldiers at the back, you guys can see I am holding my line very, very well. And I've lost very little. I've only lost 9 soldiers in the back per row, and I think these guys are actually almost back to to what they were, which is great, and that makes me very, very happy, and can show you guys how an effective Rogers run can be. The damage reduction buffs of the arc hull and the health point boosting the percentage of it allows him to do great. Here comes my, I want to show you guys more on how the Origins do their stuff with their Terra Space, since that's health point oriented. So here we go, Power Scorpio. See, that single hit brought it down to 101. So it's 286. Or is it 4? Oh, we actually skipped these. Okay, that's weird. The battle happens a little fast, so it's hard to keep up. But yeah, as you guys can see, I am clearing her out. And that means I win this battle against this very, very considerably sized commander. And that makes me very, very happy. And then next is this guy, who has a decent sized Vega, a small Rogers, a interesting Reinhardt, kind of a smaller sized Reinhardt, small X, and small Raymond. Now, I don't think they are running their stuff correctly because Rogers would need the front row to be the Cyan Shuttle, and then the back row to be the damage dealers. And Reinhardt would kind of need to should probably do the Cyan Shuttle or maybe the Mirage, since he's kind of a defensive, kind of self-healing person. And for the Vega, I really think he should stick with the Ether de Jin, because those are the heavy damage dealers, and then do the rest, maybe those, the Ethereals. The X, they can really kind of do whatever they want, because it's an infantry commander, but yeah, like, same thing with Rayman, he's kind of an attack commander, so I don't think that's going to go very well for him, but I'll show you guys what happens when we fight them. So as you guys can see, he's trying to attack me, but for me, I clear him out. Oh, he actually tanked that pretty well. Good job, buddy. Yep. So I'm actually quite surprised he was able to defend that small amount against 720 something, Ether de Gens, especially with the attack-oriented build. Yep, and there goes my shockwave cutting through Reinhardt. I hate Reinhardt with an unholy passion, so it feels really nice crushing him underneath my feet. Now here's this bad boy, and he just cleared me out. That hurt, but my shockwave came through and did a little bit of after-death damage. Now this is going to show you guys how my Rogers kind of comes through. If I remember right, the Ethereals are the ones that do the critical damage based on adjacent troops. But as you guys can see, that's not really working out for him. And as you guys can see, my Origins are cutting through these guys like butter. And like it is, this meat wall in front of me is being a meat wall. These guys are bullet sponges, and they do a fantastic job at soaking up the damage. And there we go. Dead. Last one. Dead. Really effective. And there we go. We win. Now this last guy right here, whatever the hell this guy's name is, he has a small Hancock. He can run kind of anything with that for the walkers. This one is Hubs, or Huberin. That's actually it's kind of a decent sized Huberin. Actually kind of a bigger sized Dragon Slayer, so that's going to be interesting to watch. And I wonder why they have these two soldiers here like that. She has Cyan Shuttle. She has the IC 1848, and then she has the Ethereals. So I wonder why they are running their Dragon Slayer like that. Then of course they have a really tiny Rogers and a really tiny Reinhardt. So we're gonna see how that goes, and see maybe if we can get a good run on that. And shockwave, dead. That kind of actually hurt a bit. That's kind of effective. But like it is, a lot of Gemini was quite effective. That actually hurts. That's a nice build. You don't want to run into that unless you know what you're doing. Wow, that cleared me out. Alright, Rogers, we need you to pick up the slack. So even though our Vega was completely cleared out by her, you guys can see why my Rogers can really tank those hits. Like I said, I was talking to my friend Owl, and he said that, you know, a lot of health point builds are kind of outdated with the new equipment, but all you gotta do is know how to... You can't do partial health points. You gotta have over 1,000% health points to really be effective. And like I said, since I have, you know, damage reduction benefits from my arc hull, and I think some of my equipment, that allows my Rogers to really take these hits. And as you guys can see, as you guys can see on like the sixth time this video, you guys can see why Cyan shuttles in the front are fantastic for defense commanders, and then you want the Origins in the back, because even though those are the first airship you unlock, that's tier 12, it's also the most effective. It's not always the most shiny airships that look the best. Now for me, because cyan is like my favorite color, a cyan blue, I am happy that it's the most effective, and I'm, you know, that makes me very, very happy. So go Cyan Shuttle go, and go Origins go, because they're all also blue, and blue is amazing. So good job, guys. And yeah, as you guys can see, watch this. They were chunked down big time on that one. They were chunked down on that, and those ones were erased. So it's really, really fun being able to see my builds actually winning against big people. And yeah, health points, they come through. And yeah, like I said, I want to get the fourth skill, the third, what do you call it? I want to get the third, Seafa's Majesty. The Seafa's Majesty is great because this makes it so your enemies can't really recover health very well. Transfer to target's defense of this attack will be decreased by 100% until the adversary's next action. They will not be able to recover health points. Now, sadly, this is only a 20% chance to actually be done, but yeah, as you guys can see, it works. And the power of Scorpio is really nice because this gives you the health points and the attack and a guaranteed hit, and that's what the Origins need to really do their damage. And then I just need one more gem for Lada Gemini, and that means Rogers is going to be able to do even more damage, and that will allow him to do better against the Reinhardens, because Reinhardens are very hard to beat. And if you use high tier against them, you better make sure that it's something that can regenerate itself, like the Cyan Shuttle, or like you have to clear them out in the first 2 hits. And that is why a really strong Vega is needed. Because if you try full march in a Vega and you don't execute your skills right, you're pretty much screwed, and you're going to lose a lot of high tier soldiers. And that is one of the reasons why I want to do Orochi, because Orochi and Rogers working together, one who's completely based around health points, and then the other one that can heal himself, well, health points and defense, and the other one that can heal himself, that's going to be extremely annoying for people to deal with. And I want to try to get these guys hand in hand in size, because my Vega is actually at a good size, and that's going to make him really effective. And I'm going to be running Counter Striker on Orochi, since Rogers uses Strong Shield to help benefit his kind of impenetrable fortress wall. So Counter Striker will be great for Orochi, because he's going to be able to hurt the enemy Reinhardens, because Counter Striker will deal damage every time I receive damage. Sweet. Oop. Anything for me to buy? Not really, but like this. Oh, just so you guys know, these reputation points right here, these are what you get when you fight in the capital. When you fight in the capital and and you win or you lose, depending on how many soldiers you kill, and like what value they are, that means you will actually be able to get reputation points based off of that. And there was one time in my other guild, GRM, before we made this new guild, that I fought one day and I got like 4 million. No, I got like 4 or 5 million points because I cleared out this one enemy, if I remember right, and I just got an insane amount of points. Now, for guild reputation points, you can get them in a multitude of ways, but a lot of times you can get them by donating resources as such. And you can only do these 6 times a day. So you can just do that. And I think helping, if I remember right, also gives you guild points. And then the majority of your points that you actually get are the ones you get when fighting in the capital. If you fight anywhere else, you won't get those, but capitals and Centizen are where you get, the big points when you are fighting against enemies. Just as a reminder, Rangers don't give you anything. Their only purpose is for being used as a meat wall to help delay the enemy, or for bullets to actually do damage. Because bullets can actually make the most insignificant and weak troop be one of the most terrifying people ever. Remember, like I told you guys multiple times before, it doesn't matter how big and bad you are. It matters how you play and how you execute your stuff. But yeah, so, in this video, we covered, the Starsea Conquest and how all that works. And, I gave you guys a little walkthrough of like, how everything, is taken care of. Why are you losing stuff? Did we get like another battle? Did we fight against someone else? Oh, here's a battle. Okay, so we are fighting against a black. This is literally the commander's name. His name is Black. But yeah, so and we're going to be executing our strong shield very, very soon. But as you guys can see, like I told you before, Origins are great damage healers on a health point based build. And our level 40 strong shield means we can actually take these hits. And like I said, our health point based shield goes great. See, he's been cleared out. He's been cleared out, and he's been cleared out. If you really want to defend yourself against a heavy defensive commander that uses, look at this, that uses this kind of formation, you really want to do a lot of dodge, because if they don't have Light of Gemini or Power of Scorpio, they're going to be missing every time. And that's the only way you're actually going to be able to really prevail against a commander like Rogers, because he doesn't have any guaranteed hit abilities. Same thing with Orochi. So that is why you want Scorpio and Gemini and Light of Libra even as your 4th skill, because Light of Libra, when you do that, next time the enemy attacks that slot, you can counter them. But as you guys can see, her dodge is actually doing pretty well, and that is why my Scorpio is essential for this. And she's hitting me hard, well, she's trying to, but I'm able to defend myself against it. Unfortunately, her stupid sleep bomb is starting to piss me off. There we go, see? It's really effective. But yeah, it's fun being able to see how well Rogers is doing because of this. I used to do all all origins. But when I started doing more, research and seeing how other more experienced players would run their stuff, I figured, why not try that? Remember, I'm a little slow on the uptake, guys, but once I get started, I'm ready to go. I'm like one of those German Tiger tanks. It takes a bit of effort to get me going, but once I finally get up to speed and my engine is started, I'm ready to go and I'm effective. It just takes me a little time. But yeah, it's really fun seeing my soldiers being able to heal themselves and just take, this actually pretty brutal attack. I think she is actually using the equivalent of the Cyan Shuttle, but for infantry. So I think Dizzy makes it so that way I can't. It means my accuracy drops. And you will see why that will make things even more difficult. Yep, you see, she healed up. So this is the equivalent of the Cyan Shuttle, but for infantry. And you guys can actually see their attacks actually being very similar, because hers does that weird portal attack, and then my airships do their weird portal attack. But yeah, unfortunately this battle is going to take a long time. This is as fast as the game goes, but as you guys can see, I am prevailing, and I lost very little, despite her swinging way more at me. And because of that, we won. Now, is this the last one? Yep. So, yeah, as you guys can see, my Rogers is holding the line very well. Here we are. And as you guys can see, there is no attack. And my Rogers is here, and my Orochi is here, and then my other three commanders are coming in the back to help, make sure we keep this planet. So you guys always want to check up on Starsea Conquest as often as possible, because when Starsea Conquest, when Starsea Conquest, it's a real-time event, and you won't know if your commanders are losing these, because every time they fight, depending on how much they lose, if I remember right, or how much they lose supplies, and if they go down to 0, that means they are recalled to the home area. And like I said, you guys saw that little emblem I just clicked on? That means the Rudolph Empire Galaxy is making me passive supply income. Now, I don't know why I have such an insane amount of supply, but I do. And you guys got to see multiple reasons why I'm very happy with the Rogers build. A lot of people don't like my build, and they think it's kind of skimpy and meh. But yeah, with only Origins, it is. But with the Cyan Shuttle, it's not. And it's actually a great way to piss off the enemy, because like, what the heck? Why am I losing to a little scrub like Rogers? And it's like, well, this scrub knows how to run his stuff. Now, mind you guys, it's by my really good friends, Mr. Hawaiian and Mr. Owl. Whoop. And Hawaiian and Owl are like two of my closest friends in this game, and I really appreciate all that they've helped me accomplish. And my dear friend Tarek, over here, I'm right next to him. My dear friend Tarek, he's a very special and dear friend of mine as well. We always check up on each other, and we like to see how each other are doing. And unfortunately, he's going through some stuff right now, so I'm just keeping an eye on his arc to make sure he's doing okay. And hopefully, he'll be back in a couple days, all better and happy. But yeah, he and I always check up on each other, and he's always very supportive. And it's always nice being able to hear from him. And he's kind of that nice positive friend that you always look forward to hearing from, because they always manage to brighten up your day. So, it's just 3 very special people to me that, mean a lot to me, and it makes me happy being able to, have the to be able to have good friends, even in a little simple phone game. But yeah, so as what we covered before, we covered Starsea Conquest, we covered Peak Contest, and kind of why I won, and why, certain builds are good. We covered why, Vega is really good at certain things like One Stop Blast. We covered why Orochi is going to be awesome in the future, and we covered why Rogers does a really good job because he has such high health points and defense. Like I said, guys, health points, health points, health points. Attack, critical, and attack, and attack, and attack. And yeah, I might switch this out for attack. But yeah, and so it's going to be really, really fun once I get, to hyperspace level 10. But like I said, that's going to be a long, long time. If the developers give me one option to have something that's unlimited, give me these. Give me these beautiful blue hyperspace crystals. Just give me all of those. Because, those things are the ones that are holding me back. And you can't even use gold to buy them. If you have unlimited gold, you still can't do this. So, in all honesty, just give me unlimited hyperspace crystals if I ever am given the option. Because then I can just quickly just buy the resources, get myself there, and all set. But yeah, so this has been a 51-minute video. My gosh, I ramble on. Time goes by really fast, guys, when you make a video. When you're making a video and composing it and going through all the fun stuff that you do in a game, time flies. It's freaking 3:07 in the morning. Time flies. And unfortunately, guys, you're going to have to be stuck with these phone game videos and walkthrough tutorials for a while until I get more money under my belt. I am applying for FMLA, the paid FMLA that my state is allowing me to, that has set in for people who have severe medical conditions. And yeah, I'm really hoping that we can get this taken care of quickly, so I can get my medical bills and my stuff that I owe paid off, and then I can finally start being able to get some fun money set back up, and then finally be able to show you guys more fun things to buy. So I'm going to try to look through what I own, and kind of show you guys cool little trinkets and stuff that I own and how they work, and kind of show you guys how to use stuff. But unfortunately, anything new or that's coming in the mail will either have to be purchased by someone else, or you're going to have to wait a while for that. But yeah, so stuff is looking up, guys. I'm going to be returning to work in a couple of days. I'll be able to start making some more money, and we're still getting hazard pay because of the coronavirus and all the stuff that's slowly starting to fade, and soon we're going to start be able to get back to life again. And yeah, stuff is looking up, guys. It's rough, but stuff is looking up. So don't you guys worry. This channel is not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. God's keeping me, keeping my channel, keeping all the stuff going, and I appreciate everybody who takes their time to watch my videos. Even if they play in the background, I still appreciate it. So always remember, guys, like, share, subscribe. Remember to stay awesome. Oh, and quick update, I'm starting to work on my book again. So I'm really, really hoping to have the majority of my book completed and finished and revised by the end of this year. And then I'm going to try to hire some people to read through it and help me get the final details on that finished. And then once that is all done, then I will finally be able to get my book out, and yeah, you guys will be able to buy it and read it. And I really hope you guys enjoy. This book is going to be about 5 to 6 years to complete, just because of everything that's been going on. The death of my uncle, the death of various people that were being close to me, my multiple eye surgeries and all that. But don't you guys worry. I'm not giving up on my book. And I promise you guys, it will come out eventually. Just please be patient, guys. You know, it's coming out. It's gonna come out, and it's gonna be amazing. So you guys stay awesome. Thank you everybody for your patience, and always remember, God bless.